Hello everyone, and welcome back to STEINS Gate. I'm G, and we are currently in the middle of a discussion about time travel with Makise Kurusu and some random professor. Then what about going to the past?
Going to the past is possible right now. Take a look at the sky at night. You can see light from tens of thousands of years ago, can't you?
That's not time travel either! This time it's a nearby student who objects.
Well, I was just getting started.
Was it just me, or did Kurusu look a little nervous just now?
Let's say we wanted to make a machine that could physically transport people through time. What would we need? The best candidates for this are cosmic strings and wormholes. A cosmic string is a string-shaped crevice with extreme mass.
A string-shaped crevice? That must be how they enter our universe. But do cosmic strings really exist? That's how who enters your universe? Ocarina, explain yourself.
The crevice is about as wide as an elementary particle, and at least as long as the diameter of a galaxy.
Oh.
It has immense mass, so it distorts space-time. If you were to travel through that distortion, you could make a full circle around the string in less than 360 degrees. In short, you can do something resembling a warp. This is called a space-time angular deficit. When you pass through an area of angular deficit, transit time becomes zero. Now we apply this to a cosmic string moving at near light speed. According to the special theory of relativity, time will flow slower for the cosmic string in relation to its surroundings. Therefore, passing through the area of angular deficit will cause the transit time to become negative instead of zero. In other words, you will arrive in the past after transit. If you use two cosmic strings, you can do a space deficit jump. If you loop back to your original location, you can return to the same time you started revolving. And that, roughly speaking, is time travel by means of cosmic strings. By the way, just so nobody misunderstands, cosmic strings are not the same as superstrings. Now then, you need three things in order to travel to the past with cosmic strings. First, the cosmic strings themselves, 2 strings to be exact. By the way, they are hypothesized to exist only where the universe was first formed, so they might be a little hard to find. Second, you would need the energy required to make them move. You would need the energy required to make them move them at near light speed. How much energy do you think you need to accelerate something as long as the Milky Way to near the speed of light? I'm pretty sure it's a little more than 1.21 gigawatts.
Hey, that's a Back to the Future reference. This earns a few chuckles from the audience.
Third, you'd need a spaceship capable of reaching these cosmic strings and returning, with the time traveler alive, of course. What do you think, Ho-In-san? Care to take on the challenge of cosmic string time travel?
Like that's even possible. And why the hell is she addressing me? I wasn't even the one who jeered this time.
Looks like Ho-In-san doesn't want to take the challenge. In that case, let's consider wormholes. They may be a little more realistic than cosmic strings. By the way, Ho-In-san, do you know what wormholes are?
No, don't ask me. I'm trying to hold back here. Since I've been challenged, though, I can't leave the question unanswered. It's like a shortcut through space, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Whew, I got it right. I sigh inwardly in relief.
There are 2 wormholes joined by a tunnel. No matter how far away the wormholes are, transit time through the tunnel is 0. But oh no, there's a problem. The wormhole tunnel suffers from supergravity and collapses as soon as it opens. So we need something to negate the effect of gravity. So-called exotic matter, a substance with negative mass which repulses other matter.
Negative mass, huh? Is it something that floats if you leave it on the ground? Maybe not. I can't even begin to imagine what it would be like. Kurusu raises her right fist.
Say that the wormhole tunnel is being squished by an invisible fist. In order to pass through, you need something that could oppose my fist's grasping force so that I can't squish anymore.
Kurusu opens her fist.
If you stabilize the tunnel with exotic matter injection, instantaneous travel between wormholes becomes possible. To travel through time, however, takes a little more effort. For example, let's say there's a wormhole entrance here in Akihabara, and the exit is in Los Angeles. First, we send the wormhole in LA all the way to the end of the universe at near the speed of light, and once it's there, we yank it back to LA.
How?
According to the special theory of relativity, time slows down for objects moving at the speed of light, meaning the hole that returned to LA would be further in the past than the Akihabara hole. So now, if Hoenn-san jumped into the wormhole, he'd arrive in LA several years before he left. However, this still can't be called true time travel. It only seems that way. This is called the Urashima effect. The important part is to return to Akihabara from LA through the wormhole once more, since the transit time is 0. Hoenn-san will return to Akihabara several years in the past. Time travel complete. The prerequisites for wormhole travel are simpler than the ones for cosmic string travel. First, the wormhole itself. They may exist somewhere in the universe, but nobody has ever seen one. Second, the energy required to move a wormhole to the end of the universe and back at near light speed. Third, exotic matter, which, by the way, has not been confirmed to exist.
God, this is all very much science.
So, implementation of either one would require a ridiculous amount of effort. Now do you see what I mean when I said that time travel is an absurd concept? Time travel theories are all just thought experiments. Not one of them can create a viable time machine. That is my answer.
Isn't there anything simple, like something you can pull out of a drawer and just use or something?
I'm afraid not.
A firm declaration.
This is the limit of modern physics. I can't say how it might change in 10 years, though. Besides, even if someone did overcome the logistical requirements, there may be other factors that prevent time travel from working. And that's because fundamental problems concerning the principle of causality have not yet been solved.
You mean time paradoxes and conservation of mass? The mass of the entire universe is constant. If a time machine traveled from the future to the past, there would suddenly be the extra mass of the time machine and its pilot in the past. I remember reading in a book, not a terribly reputable book, but still, that such a violation of mass conservation would put the universe in danger. It didn't say what kind of danger, though.
If you think that conservation of mass applies to macrosystems like the universe or microsystems like atoms or elementary particles, you're mistaken.
What? Is that true? Heh. She's laughing at my reaction. That little... God, how mortifying.
Conservation of mass only applies to chemical reactions. It doesn't hold in modern physics at all. Something can come from nothing.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Then, what is the problem?
The time paradox of time paradoxes. In other words, the grandfather paradox.
Oh, that thing where you kill your own ancestors before you were born?
As long as this paradox goes unsolved, time travel can never be realized. Never.
What if you just don't kill them?
You can't think of it like a sci-fi movie. It's not just about your family tree. There are far greater dangers than that.
Really, it doesn't seem that dangerous.
Any paradox, no matter how small, would cause the total collapse of causality, relativity, and every other physical law in existence. Paradoxes are nothing more than thought experiments. They cannot occur in reality, and they should not. Nothing that has even a 0.00001% chance of causing a paradox can happen. The universe won't allow it. Wouldn't you say that this is the logical conclusion? There may be loopholes like parallel worlds or the self-consistency principle, but those seem too much like fantasy for me to accept.
Ah! I grind my teeth. When I see Makise Kurusu looking at me with her composed expression, I avert my eyes. Looks like I have no choice but to concede. Makise Kurusu truly is a genius. I ended up listening to all of Kurisu's lecture at ADF. After the 2 time travel theories she introduced at the beginning, she explained the rest with equal eloquence. She seemed a little nervous at first, but that quickly changed as she spoke. By the end, it was an impressive lecture, so impressive that you wouldn't think it was an 18-year-old's first time. She did well to respond to my malicious questions with sarcasm. She's got guts. Wait, why am I praising her? Leaving that aside, I saw Makise Kurisu dead. And yet she is alive. My memories don't mesh with reality. And not just about Kurisu. My conversations with Daru and Mayuri didn't make sense either. Everything would be solved if I just told myself that what I saw was a dream, an illusion. It never happened. But never say never. This leaves me with no choice. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exorcised. I seriously doubt that the Makise Kurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Manseibashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin, I think so. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small, you could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here.
It's Ocarine! Do-do-do!
There are 2 girls standing in front of the main building. One of them is Mayuri. The other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Arushibara Ruka. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. Oh, what voice am I gonna do for them?
Good afternoon, Okabe-san.
A little bit more breathy. Yeah, let's go with that. He bows his head. The voice of a girl, the mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet oh so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. It's almost evening, yet still hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Oh my god, these aren't even relevant. Damn cicadas won't shut up. But he's a guy. Oh my god, Ocarine. Rukako, that blade I gave you, what happened to it? He's a friend of mine. I call him Rukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. It also so happens that Rukako and Mayuri are classmates. I learned that fact after I had gotten to know him. Rukako is taken aback by my sharp question. He starts fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes.
You mean Demon Sword Samadare?
Correct. I bought it for you so you could learn to control your power.
Oh yeah, you bought it at Bladeworks, right? I think you said it cost 980.
Don't say another word anymore and they will come to silence you.
They're gonna silence me. Thanks for worrying about me, Ocarine. But who are they?
I ignore Mayuri's question. So, Rukako, are you making sure to practice with Samadare like I told you?
Yes, I do practice swinging once a day.
As long as you carry it and master the Seishin Zanma school of swordsmanship, you can prevent the dark flame inside you from consuming your soul. Demon Sword Samadare may be an imitation sword, but that is the only But that is only the form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for only 980 yen, tax included.
Thank you, Okabe-san. It was a wonderful present.
My name isn't Okabe.
It's Okarin! I'm sorry, Kyoma-san.
As long as you understand. Now, speak the words.
Sai Kongalu?
No, not Kongaloo. Kongru.
Yes. Sai Kongru. Did I get it right?
Rukako smiles happily as I nod.
Thank you.
Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy.
Such a beautiful master-disciple relationship. My Yushi's not a fujoshi, but she's getting a little excited. Mayuri-chan, please don't imagine such things.
Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship. I, Howin Kyoma, have gone to great lengths to brainwash, teach Rukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world, and how to resist them. That stuff about Demon Sword Samidare is part of that training. Looks aside, Rukako is very obedient and hardworking. Plus, he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weaknesses of not catching on too quickly and being too shy. What are you doing here, Mayuri?
I came to see Ruka-kun. Kamima's coming up next month. And I want him to cosplay as Kirori-chan from Rynet, but he won't say yes. But cosplay, that's just too embarrassing for me. I'm sure you'll look great in it. The phrase, someone this cute can't be a girl, is really popular, you know? Come on, make your cosplay debut.
Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Rukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on, Rukako has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of. Save the trivial stuff for later.
But it's really important to Mayushi.
And it's trivial to me. Anyway, Rukako, there's a good reason for my being here today. I need you to perform an exorcism. Well, prior to us going into that, and seeing what an exorcism from Rukako looks like, I think that's a good place to cut it. So thank you all so much for following Steins Gate. And hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about time travel and what on earth is going on with this place in the next episode. So, bye now.